Today I am finishing planting the rest of my tomato plants. I've already planted 28 indeterminate tomato plants over there, and these are the last two for the in-ground garden bed. And I am going to show you a few ways that I plant tomatoes, whether it's in-ground, in a raised bed, or in a container. So stay tuned to see all the ways I plant tomatoes. Let's start with in-ground. So to start, I dig a big hole about a foot deep. And then I put two things in the hole. The first thing I put is premium organic tomato fertilizer, which is 468. And I put just a little handful of fertilizer right in the hole there. And then the next thing I like to put in the hole is Micro-Dwarf seed compost, and just a small handful of that in each hole as well. So you can see here I have both the fertilizer and everything right in the hole, and I just mix it up. And next I'm going to take my green zebra tomato plant. This should have been planted weeks ago, but I'm a little delayed on planting the rest of my tomatoes. So next I just squeeze the pot, so gently loosen the roots, and the roots are quite root bound, so I'm just going to loosen it up on the bottom so the roots will grow down into the soil. I've already taken down the bottom stems of the tomato plant, but can also take off these ones, leaving the stem. So the cool thing about tomatoes is all these little fuzzies that you see right on the stem of the little hairs will grow some roots. So I like to bury the tomato stem. So I'll just put it right down deep in there. And grab my soil that was from the hole. And there I just have the stem buried just like that. And then I'm gonna mark this one, grab a watering can, and just give it a little water just like this. I have all these ones on drip irrigation, so I have the hole right around there. And then I'm just going to replace the straw that I have right around the plant. I'll have to add a little bit more straw later on. I know you're probably thinking, what are you doing planting all your tomatoes with brassicas? Well, I wanted to succession plant, so I made some space, and in the walkways is where my cabbage and broccoli are, and those ones were planted in the middle of April, so they'll be coming out pretty soon. And then where the irrigation lines is with where my tomatoes are. So let's move on to the next type of planting. Now I'm in front of one of my cattle panel trellises, and I'm planting a few varieties of cherry tomatoes mixed with a few pumpkin seeds in the middle for these. And I'm just going to utilize the height of this trellis for these varieties of cherry tomatoes. So the varieties of cherry tomatoes I am planting is Lollipop cherry tomato, a delicious, very prolific yellow cherry tomato. I grew them last year in ground and they were insanely prolific. The next one I really like to grow is black cherry, and this one is also a really prolific cherry tomato. So these ones reach up to 7 to 9 feet tall, so they are perfect for weaving on a cattle panel trellis there. So how I plant these for my trellis is, again, right where my irrigation hole is. I'm just going to dig a big hole. And yeah, I don't like to use shovels that much when I'm digging my raised beds. I like to get my hands a little dirty. So they say it is very good to get your hands dirty in soil, and it's therapeutic. So that's just what I'm going to believe, and that's just what I'm going to do. So I got my big hole dug there, and again, I always put a little bit of the fertilizer and a little bit of my seed compost in the hole there. I'm just going to mix it up here, and then I take my Lollipop tomato, and I've already plucked off the little bit of suckers that were on the plant trying to form, and I will let a few of the suckers grow once the tomato starts growing, but I don't want the suckers to be putting all the energy into the plant instead of plant growth. This plant is extremely healthy and already starting to form a little bit of buds. It's in a bit of a deeper pot. So I'm gonna also take off the bottom stems. And sometimes you'll also see, besides the little hairs on the plant, you'll also see these little bumps on your plant. That is totally normal. All those bumps is the roots starting to form from the little hairs, and they're signifying we need to get in the ground and we need some water now. So I'm just going to squeeze this one. You can see it's been in the pot for a little while. I don't want these roots to keep on going in the shade they are, so I'm just going to carefully loosen them up there. And then now that the roots are a little bit loosened, I'm just going to bury the stem all the way. And there's the lollipop tomato. So with this trellis right now, I do have some peas from the springtime. I planted in mid-April. These ones should be done time this tomato plant starts growing up because the heat is coming. And so peas do not like the heat, so they'll be long gone pretty soon there. So there is the second method of planting for tomatoes. And now on to the next method. Okay, now we are on to container planting. Container planting is one of my favorite types of planting for tomatoes and various other type of plants because you can control the environment that you grow in. You can control the soil, the amount of water, and everything. But you do have to either have some drip irrigation attached to it or get on top of that watering. So that is the downfall of container gardening. So I am planting a variety of different types of tomatoes this year in containers. I'll start with indeterminate tomato plants. So for indeterminate tomato plants, you will need a minimum 7-gallon to 10-gallon pot size, as they do have very robust root systems and need a lot of space in depth for their roots. So we'll start with those. So just like in the ground, I do like to put some Micro-Dwarf seed compost and some granular vegetable herb mix, as well as I dig a deep hole in the middle. So the soil type I have for this was just what I had, a mix of Sunshine Mix number 4 and Cinnabar Valley Farms container mix. The Cinnabar Valley Farms is a bit of a more compact soil, and then the Sunshine Mix is a bit light and fluffy. So I put the seed compost in the hole, a little bit of the granular fertilizer, and because it's indeterminate, I'm going to pluck off the bottom leaves, loosen up that roots, and bury the stem just like that. And with this type of tomato, I will want to stake the tomato or put a very large cage and stake on this tomato plant. So this one is about a 7-gallon pot, and then this pot right here is a 10-gallon fabric grow bag. So I'm going to do the same thing for this indeterminate, a little bit of seed compost, a little bit of granular fertilizer, already plucked off the bottom leaves there, and I'm just gonna bury the stem just like that. So now with Micro-Dwarf cherry tomatoes, these ones are a bit on the bigger side. They grow to be about 12 to 18 inches tall. You can grow Micro-Dwarf cherry tomatoes in as little as, this is a 2-gallon pot. This is Mini Bell, and I started this plant back in February. And as you can see, it already has some tomatoes on it and is doing very well in a little 2-gallon pot. So this is a 10-gallon pot, and I'm still going to do the same thing. A little bit of seed compost, a little bit of granular fertilizer, mix it up. And these ones, even though they're Micro-Dwarf and they're compact plant, I'm still going to bury that stem because it will still grow some roots, and pluck off the bottom stem there. And because it is a 10-gallon pot and Micro-Dwarf and you can grow it in a small space, I am going to squeeze 2 in there because I'm a little bit out of pot space. So Oh, there's 2 plants in this pot. So I'll separate the smaller one and put that in my raised bed. And then I'm just gonna pot that in there just like that. I might need to prune out the inner stems if they do get a bit wide, but I'm putting them in a 10-gallon pot. Next, I have my dwarf compact tomato plant. So this one is Janny tomato, and it is in a bit of a bigger pot size. It does need about a 4-gallon pot. This is probably about a 5, so I popped a little marigold in there to act like a bit of a trap crop. So, of course, just gonna dig a big hole, put a little compost in there. And you can tell the plant is a dwarf plant the way it's already grown out to like this and already has some buds forming. And I'm just burying the stem just like that. So I will have this bushy dwarf tomato plant in here. And then Hungarian Mano, they do only grow to be about 24 inches tall, and they don't need a huge pot. So these ones are about 4 to 5 gallon pot sizes. So the little bit of compost, a little bit of fertilizer in there, and I am just plucking off the bottom stems there and planting it just like that there. And this one is a 4-gallon pot right here, so that one would probably be closer to a 5-gallon. A little bit of fertilizer and everything. And you don't need the first tomato stems, you don't need that one. And I am going to be popping in either a small cage or a stake for these tomatoes, but they won't need too much support as they are just a small tomato plant. Well, there you have it. That is how I plant my tomatoes, whether it is in ground, in containers, or in a raised bed. If you like this video and like to see more videos like this, hit the like button, hit subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one. And like always, thank you for watching.